Hello everyone and welcome to the Talker Show on Third Base TV. My name is Chris and with me on the show is Gabriel and we've got Favor. Today we'll be talking about love at first sight. You know, this love thing is something we've always been seeing on social media. People can tell their story. Oh, you know, the myths, the mysteries, the truth, the lies. You know, if love is really something that happens at first sight, if it's a reality, if it's a scam, if it's an infatuation, how do these people who believe or who actually feel or who have experienced love at first sight, how do they experience this thing? You understand? Because there are different sides to this story. So, but then let's understand what is love. You know, what is love? Like,
okay, for me, love for me is a deep feeling of affection. It's putting in your emotions and all. Putting in, you can sacrifice a lot. You know, when you are in love, when you love someone.
okay.
You know, your time. It takes your time. It takes sacrifices. You know, it goes beyond the normal liking someone, admiring someone for something also. So it's a deep feeling, yeah.
All right.
Of
So, Gabriel,
affection,
what's love?
Well, for me, love is more of an attitude.
Okay.
Yeah, when you love someone, it has to be shown, it has to be seen
Okay.
in your attitude towards the person, right?
Okay.
You tend to care more about the person. You tend to have deep connection with the person, commitment, like you say, sacrifice. You make sacrifices for someone that you are in love with.
Okay. So the person you want to make commitment to, or the person you are committed to, the person you want to make sacrifices for, or the person you make sacrifices for, the person you care so much about, or the person you want to care about. The love that happened between you and that person, was it at first sight?
Well, you know the concept love at first sight. I can say,
But the one that happened between you and the person now, is it love at first sight?
well, you could see someone for the first time and have a striking connection to that person.
That's love at first sight.
It could be termed in that way.
Is it right?
It could be termed in that way. The concept behind love at first sight is when you see somebody,
Yeah.
and you just have this strong connection with that person. You just start having this strong, you start having this strong vibe
Okay.
with that
With
person
the
at the
person.
very first time you met this person. It could be between the both of them. The both of them can have the same feeling at the same time.
I want to get something here. Love at first sight, is it like you seeing someone for the first time, just seeing someone for the first time, and then you are like, I love this
In fact,
person?
the thing is-
Or you even get to have
Yeah.
a conversation with the person before
Right.
you realize, oh, I love this person.
Now, this is the thing. The love at first sight stuff. Or is it instant or is it a process?
Well, me, I'm telling you now that
When it happens, when you see that person, is it instant? The love
Okay.
happens, or
okay,
it's a process?
okay, to be more realistic,
Yeah.
it is a process.
It's
It's a process. Then
Yes.
it can't be love at first sight.
No, that's what I'm telling you, that the word or the phrase love at first sight is just a concept to crown the
me,
process.
Well, for me, there's nothing like love at first sight.
Okay.
It's just a word, like an imaginary thing. Love at first sight. It's just a phrase there. Love at first sight. It does not happen.
That's what I'm telling you, that it's a
not-
concept.
It's not real.
You know what I see it as is love being something at first sight is it happens first, and then the process comes later. But it is supposed to be the process first, and then the reality
That's
comes after the process.
That's what I'm.
So if love is happening at first sight, that means there's no process.
There's no process.
You just love the person, start
Person.
sacrificing for the person.
Person.
If you're a guy, start
For-
simping
for me- for me, that
for
does
the
not
lady.
happen.
And it doesn't make
It doesn't make sense.
because-
Like it's reality. In reality, like it does not
Well,
make
but
sense.
where are we getting these stories?
But-
These people that are
but-
saying
but-
they fell in love.
But
first they met.
you can't just totally say that this thing doesn't exist because you haven't experienced
You know why
it.
I agree with you?
Apparently, maybe why that phrase even came up in the first place is because
It
maybe it has happened to someone.
Have you experienced love at first sight before?
Well, I won't tell you, like I was saying earlier, I won't tell you that I've seen
You're not
somebody.
sure.
No. I won't tell you that I've seen somebody that very first the first sight I had with that person
Okay.
and fell in love with that
Okay,
person.
that
but
means
then,
the answer there is
but then
no.
I've met someone
That
and
experienced
and then from there
let me-
it led to something beautiful.
Let me say something here. we've had people who they meet today, they go home together today, they sleep together that day.
Yes.
Could that be seen as love at first sight?
And the relationship continues
Yes,
and even lead to
and
marriage.
even leads to marriage.
Uh-huh.
You know why some other person would disagree? Like you shouldn't meet somebody today, go home with the person today, and be half conscious with the person that same day, and then when you do something like that you have been used.
Uh-huh.
So
For me?
if something like that happens, is it love at first sight? Like you totally opening yourself up to somebody you do not know and flowing to that person, flowing with that person to the end of it. And it usually goes in the end of, because the reason why you should be in a relationship because you want to get married to that person. I tell people all the time.
Yeah.
If I'm loving somebody, it's because I want to get married to
Yeah.
you. That should be the end goal of any relationship.
Yeah.
So if I meet somebody today, we start relating to, like, we are clear on ourselves. That is love at first sight. But in reality, those things don't happen. It is rare. It is rare.
But
to see something like that.
from what you just said now, in that scenario, I don't still see it as love at first sight. And like you said, they meet the first day, they went dating, and then the next minute they are in a room, they have sex and all of that. It's still a process, yeah? And that having sex does not already define it to be, oh, the person loves me, that is why we are having sex.
It could be so.
Okay, what happened? Okay,
It could be so.
Okay,
It most likely should be so.
Okay,
Because you cannot
okay,
be, you
let's
cannot be
look-
having
let's look-
conscious
let's
with somebody.
let's look at it different.
That's
Let us look at this scenario now. You met someone online, and you guys have been talking and
Yeah.
been communicating for you haven't seen before, but you've had a rapport and established a relationship.
The love at first sight, how many days does this take to happen?
You're talking about love
It
at
is
first sight.
instant.
When you
The
see
love
some,
at first sight is instant.
when you see somebody,
We're talking
right?
about now, I will see the person now. I'll fall in love with the person.
It's
now.
not that
Nah,
you've
nah,
been
nah, nah, nah.
communicating
In fact,
before and then
it
you
will not
got
look.
to see the
It will
person.
not look like I have known the person all my life.
life, that
That's
kind
the
of
love at first sight I'm talking
thing.
about. Not the one that we have been talking
Well,
about.
Yeah.
well, I believe it happens.
You believe?
Yeah, I believe it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
Okay.
Well,
Having experienced it doesn't mean totally that it doesn't happen.
You've experienced it.
I say haven't experienced it doesn't mean
Oh, you
it doesn't
haven't
happen.
experienced it.
Or maybe you haven't experienced it.
Well-
You haven't experienced it. You cannot just kick it out that such thing doesn't happen.
Well, for those that say
This is just our own little world that we are
Yeah.
discussing right here.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Other people must have had experiences that they met somebody the very first time they saw the person, they fell in love with that person,
Okay, I think we should give it to the audience. Yeah, let's give it to the audience, right? So to the audience, is there love at first sight? If there's love at first sight, share your experience, share your story. We're not talking about infatuations, we're not talking about imaginations. We're talking
fantasies.
about reality. Like these two persons met today, they were able to express themselves today, they fell in love today, and they lived all through it till the very end. Because if at the end of it you do not have a successful relationship at the end of the love at first sight, then I think
There might be people out there that have experienced
yeah,
things like
that's what I'm
this.
telling you to the audience.
Yes.
So let's
Yeah,
but
people like
then,
this.
Favor, what do you have
And
to
you
say?
saying that you haven't experienced, you never know what your tomorrow can be.
Why are you speaking for
Okay.
the people you don't know?
You
You know
can
anybody that
tomorrow
have
tomorrow
No.
now you can just meet
Do you
one
know
girl,
How can I just meet
eh,
somebody
and then you
And
fall
and
in
then
love
I'll
with the
follow?
girl.
In this world, there are
See,
plenty
apparently-
witches that
See,
Don't
see,
you fall in
see,
love
I
with
think
a
what
chihuahua.
you define as love at first sight is admiration.
No, that is
Yes,
that's
see,
not
you
what I
see-
that's
you
not what
see
I
someone-
define as
Hold
love
on,
at first
hold
sight.
on, get me clear here.
Okay.
Get me clear. You see someone for the first time, and oh, I like the way this person walks.
Attraction.
And
attract- you're
then
attracted.
your own definition of love might be different from someone else's definition of love.
Well,
Yes.
But then
What we want is
So-
instant, like it happened. now.
Yes,
Like
yeah,
I see
that's
somebody I
Okay,
like now.
so
walk up to that person
will
and
you
say, "I
call
love
will you call the attraction to be a love?
And it has to be mutual. It has to be mutual.
yes. That's I'm saying that yes.
Will
So
you,
it has to
will
be
you
like
call
love-
attraction to be love?
I'm not calling attraction to
Yes,
be
but
love.
that is
But then I'm
attraction.
telling you
Gabriel,
that
yes.
you have a different meaning of or definition of love.
Uh-huh.
Right? I have my own different definition of love.
So okay, let's say
And then
probably
someone that
person
tells you that,
says
someone that
there's
tells
love
you
at
that,
first sight.
someone that tells you that, okay, the very first day he met his wife or the very first day he met, he fell in love
There's
with
somebody
you.
that, you see, there's somebody that will tell me that I'll believe the person and be like, you love me like
A whole lot
how,
of
like,
persons,
like,
you know
Wow,
why this thing is
that's because
almost
it's your own world.
becoming an issue, because the kind of stories people put out, like I look at this.
So you don't
I
believe
look
their
at-
stories.
Excuse me, you know when people are
That's not
lying.
for you to believe.
No,
That's their story.
No.
That's their story.
Don't say that, because it's like kind of giving people pressure. You even see people now say, God, when I
God,
go love you.
I go
all those
love
kinds of-
you.
Somebody comes and maybe during a pre-wedding shoot or after a wedding shoot, you now see them when they now post on Facebook. They begin to tell you, the first day I saw her, I knew she was my wife. I
Yes.
walked up to her.
Mm.
We dated. I told her I expressed myself. She agreed. We started seeing.
And you don't believe them.
My brother, even if it's you.
Well, that's their story.
Well,
It's not for you to believe.
Well,
but that's their story.
no problem. Gabriel says that's their story.
Love takes a process.
Favor says love takes a process.
Love
And
takes
this
a
is
process.
the truth. But I won't put it out to you as a reality anyway. I want you to share your opinion on the issue.
Well,
Yeah.
like I said,
Ah,
we are living in our own little world, right?
I
You
agree
do not
with you,
know
absolutely.
what every other person
I agree with you.
have
absolutely.
going
But
on.
We'll come back on this show. We'll come back to this topic on this show
Okay.
and do justice. So let's make our findings and let's give the audience the chance to really tell us if this love at first sight thing is a
Exists.
reality or it's a storyline that people just put out there to put pressure and
Yeah,
I hope-
I
really, really hope you find love at first sight.
I don't want to.
I hope you find love at first sight, because
You supporting it, so you should find
you
love
should
at first sight.
find love at first
Yeah.
sight.
So, and here on the Talker Show, it's been a nice time having Gabriel, and it's been a nice time
Yeah.
having Favor, and we'll be discussing love at first sight. Feel free to comment, share your opinions with us, and do not forget to hit the like and the share button. Do not forget
So share
to share. Lastly,
share
do not-
your opinions on this topic.
exactly,
Let's
like,
know what
I
you
want to
think.
hear from you, like
Yeah.
you, Emeka Tochiku.
Chigozie,
Aisha, Tomiwa, Bolanle, I want to hear
Femi,
from
and
you.
the rest of
then-
you.
And let's see how it goes. And do not forget to follow us on all our social media handles at The Talkers. And also do not forget to follow us on Touchblaze TV. It's been me, Chris, and it's been Gabriel, and it's been Favor saying goodbye.
Bye.
And see you next time.
Bye.
Shalom.
Ah.